Okay, hey, my name is Pauly Campanero, owner of the Vision Realty Group, Austin, Texas. And so I just want to do a quick PowerPoint around an idea. And so I'm doing these weekly videos to be able to inform sellers and buyers and investors with tips and tricks and strategies that through my almost 20 years in the business can help, especially now in a shifting market. And man, this week I've been thinking about waiting. Waiting. People say I want to wait, whether they want to sell or they want to buy. Now look, it may be beneficial for you to wait if you're a buyer. It may not be beneficial for you to wait if you're a seller, depending on your time frame. Okay, so first things first in regards to waiting for a seller is my question on what's your time frame? Because, rewind. What's important about cashing out and considering to sell your property right now? We talk to a lot of investors, and so when we're talking with investors or regular homeowners, tell me a little bit more about the biggest benefit for you to be able to sell your property right now. And I need to dig in on that, and what's important about that, and how does that benefit you, and what's that do for you? Because if there's not a high level of motivation, or for some reason that the cash out's really important to them to sell the property and to get the cash from the sale of the property, what's really important about that? And the second things, which I started with, is the time frame. Does time frame matter? Because look, if you're looking to wait till next year when people jump into the spring market, you know, in my professional opinion, I've been doing real estate quite some time, and all the writing on the wall in regards to what's happening with the economy and interest rates and foreclosures and the layoffs and hiring freezes, you know, it doesn't look like the market's going to be better in March or April. Now, if we're lucky, it could be as good, but think about this. If we move into another 5 or 6 months of softening or shifting where the market's not appreciating, then whenever that ends is when the recovery begins. That makes sense. And so when does the recovery begin? You know, we're moving into, you know, it's August right now, and we're moving into the fall months, the winter months, traditionally slower months, and nothing is indicating that that's going to change with all the things that I just mentioned before on the market. So with September, October, November, December, January is like the slowest month of the year traditionally, and February, when do we begin to not be in this cold pattern of depreciation or just a frozen market? You know, we're not doing anything. We're just kind of sitting still. You know, right now most markets are kind of doing this a little bit. You know, we end in January, February. The market begins to recover in March, hypothetically. And so then how much did we lose, and how much time will it take to make up what we lost? Okay, so which is why I'm telling, once I get a clear indication on the motivation, I'm telling people, look, if you're gonna hold, that's fine, but know that holding closer to 2 years is probably more likely what makes sense for you to be able to get the money that you're looking for. Because if you're not getting what you want right now, there's a high likelihood you're not going to get what you're looking for in March or April. So if cashing out your money sooner than later is important to you, for whatever reason it may be important to you, then getting on the ball now, because your property is going to probably be worth more now than it is in September or October. Now, we don't know, but all the signs point to that. So having a conversation based off of what's going on with the current values in your market, because all markets are a little bit different. I've seen different things are happening in Seattle and New York and California, and certainly even within Texas here, we're seeing Dallas behave a little bit differently and Houston behave a little bit differently than Austin, Texas. So having an informed decision with a professional, figure out what's happening in your own little micro environment for market conditions, and what's the right strategy to make sure you get the most money possible. Hey, your vision, our mission, Vision Realty Group, Austin, Texas. Stay tuned.